If you feel that, I can't explain to you what I'm going through, you want to see if the grass is greener over there, and the lady that you are, then go right ahead, right?
So
And
I
then
want to,
I've had
get.
to do that with my son. My older son, I had to do that with him, and my younger son too. So they
Yeah,
saw what it was about, and they came right back on home to mama.
yeah.
I want to get into like what brought you into this lifestyle.
that's what I was waiting for. But
But
go ahead.
we're headed
Yes,
because the last
yes,
thing was is that you moved from that
yes,
place. So what was the
yes.
catalyst that made you move from the apartment back to Atlanta and then starting the van life? And how has that journey been?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So when I said everything just started going like, uh, once my oldest son left, I got back in contact with my twins' father, and after everything that I've been through, I felt like so defeated. I really did, because I had to just tell him to. There were some things that were said on the internet, and it was like this. I felt like it was some people with pitchforks and freaking what them things called with the little light, the fire, whatever, and they was just like, "Rah!" And I'm just like, I had like a whole hate train on the internet, and I'm not saying that that's what really bothered me, but nothing really bothered me, but he went to an extent to call me out on the internet. Like, I'm talking about every day he was making a different post about me. And this is when I was reaching out to him because his babies wanted to talk to him, and this was over a year he haven't spoke to them. And in my mind I'm like, but your whole reasoning for turning up like this is because you missed them so much. But when I'm trying to make amends with you, I'm trying to handle this like an adult. I'm trying to see this through, and I understand what you felt like what I did was wrong, but you fail to see what caused me to do that. And then when I say what caused me to get up and go, you bring up, well, how was you acting to make me act like that to you to cause you to leave? And I'm just like, what? At what point does it end? At what point do you become a leader and take control of the situation that you so badly want to take control of? Because right now, to me, it seems like from the outside looking in, people are gonna think what they want to think. But for me, I know what's happening here. Like, I know that I got complete control of this situation, and you don't like that. And so he would try anything to break me. And I know he's gonna see this, and we're supposed to be like cool now, but I don't. At this point, it is what it is. Because things were done, and this is my story, and I'm gonna tell it how
Well,
it happened.
you didn't mention no names, and you didn't tell what went on, so he can't be mad. So you're doing
Yeah,
like you didn't never say a name. You never, you didn't go into depth. So you just
yeah,
he'll be all
but
right.
certain people not gonna really understand that. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
when you get to your highest level, it's gonna be no F's given, right? So when you get there, when
Absolutely, sugar.
when you get to, he better be glad it's F's given, right? But
Right,
when you get there, if
right.
you think they mad at you now, right? When it's
Watch
when
your
you
smoke when you
they
ain't
ain't
giving no
seen
F's.
they ain't seen nothing yet. So
Baby,
they
wait
bet.
till they get a load of the
And
new
I think
you. Wait till they get a load.
subconsciously, subconsciously they know that.
Mm-hmm,
Every
mm-hmm,
boy, they know that. And that's why they try so hard to make sure it don't
mm-hmm.
happen, but they don't that's not gonna happen. I would never allow that to happen. I'ma always
I
keep
know.
going.
So
So yeah, so
go ahead.
huh?
No, go ahead. I was about to ask a question, but go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, so when as the time I'm trying to get in contact with him, his my 7-year-old, well, they were 6 and 5 and 6 at the time. They were randomly middle of the night crying, because they missed him. And it's not that I felt bad, but I understand they missed their dad. They don't understand why they were taken away or why I left. And so I would try to reach out to him because in my mind I'm thinking we can reconcile this, we can figure it out. It's not the end of the world. And this is my biggest point was we are humans living a life and decisions are to be made. Things are going to happen. I mean, this is I mean, this is kind of our own rendition of like a movie. You know, things are gonna happen even if you don't like it. You know, but just because it happened the way it happened does not mean that it's all bad. You know, there are certain situations that happen and you think it's bad, but it benefits the situation. You know, in the long run. So, you know, but all he can ever really think about was that I took them and not really focus on what he did. So, anyways, um, I got wind of him posting about me online. And every day for a week, 2 weeks, this man was posting a different story about me. Different videos, going through my social media, getting videos like, see, y'all, she crazy. See what she did, see what she's saying. And me, you know, I get online and I act up sometimes, you know. And it's all fun and games for me. But he'll flip it and say, you know, this is how she is, or da, da, da. And throughout our whole relationship, he would take pictures and videos and screenshots. So he had a arm, what do you call it? Where they keep all the
Arsenal.
guns and stuff.
I,
Arsenal. He had an
Arsenal.
arsenal
Mhm.
going back to 2016. I was like, oh, you was ready for this. I like, if you asking me, I gotta go through my phone and find screenshots and pictures because I don't have the mindset to try to like trip somebody up like that, even if they did me wrong. Because once you do me wrong, I don't gotta think about you no more. I'm over
ooh,
here.
tell it,
You
tell
know what
it,
I'm saying?
tell
I
it.
don't got it is what it
Preach
is,
it,
baby. I
baby.
already
Say it.
know the fact
Say
that
it,
you
honey.
did
Pop your
what
collar and
you
say
did
it.
to me. The fact you did what you did to me, I don't have to worry about getting no get back because of the way I'm set up. That's just what it is. Some people gotta do that though, because they don't got no energy backing them up. But it is what it is. So yeah, like he had a whole arsenal when I was going through postpartum depression. Cause you know I had two young boys and then I had the twins and the house would get messed because he was going to work. Uh,
That's
I
what's
got him a
low,
job.
though.
I got him a job and he had a job and you know and I got us a house and he had you know it was he was supposed to pay the rent. You know at that time the rent was like $900, 2017, you know whatever. Um, and you know you don't really get out of postpartum depression quickly, you know. Um, but yeah, he had pictures dating from when my twins was babies, like laundry on the floor, dishes in the sink, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy, you know, just regular everyday lived in house of a mother who got with 4 kids. Now you ask any mother with 4 kids what their house look like uh on a Wednesday night at 7. It's probably gonna look in disarray, okay? Because that's just what happens when you're a mom, you have children. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I never cleaned up, but you know, he would catch me at my worst moments and stuff like that. So he was putting all that stuff out there online, and uh, against my better judgment, I was looking at it, and I think subconsciously it affected me, but not in a way that I think I was just like feeling bad. More so, it's like, okay, you want him? Come and get him then. Like, come and get him. Come get him. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired. I'm tired. Like I did all this and I just feel my sons, my then, you know. And so he came and got him. And then I was left with my middle son. Yeah, because I got the twins, I got the oldest son, and I have my middle son, the one that was calling his dad whenever I got upset with him to tell him we was in Texas. So it was just me and him. And the whole I'm seeing how these lessons are played out for everybody, even my middle son, because he would get so frustrated being around his brothers and sisters. And I just wish they would just leave me alone and da, 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 da. Wish granted, because at one point it was just me and him. And when it was just me and him, he was in that house by himself and while I was out doing DoorDash or something. And he would be calling me, I'm scared, and there's something, and da da da, and whatever. But I'm just like, you asked for this. So I'm just like, so this is like me as a mother. I am teaching my children the hard lessons early, that so they don't gotta find out later. To me, this is what I'm thinking. Cause I'm like, you get what you ask for every single time. So be careful, cause this is my
Mm-hmm.
lesson right now. Now looking back, I can talk
Right.
to him now.
Right.
Like, see how you was, you see what you were saying and then how it happened and how you realize that it ain't what you thought it was. I said, keep that in mind because that's what life is. And it's going to always be like that. I said, you need to be intentional about what you want, why you want it. Because once you get it, you need to know how to handle it. It might not be what you thought. So this is my way of teaching my children how to be intentional. Because life is the best teacher. You know what I'm saying? I can talk something blue in the face. You're not going to listen. I'm just gonna let you go out there and experience it on your own, especially after I tried. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to wait till they 18, 19, 20 to figure it out. Like, you gonna figure it out now. So by the time you up there, you already know what to do when they come again. Like, So I'm not trying to hide my kids from life. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I'm very real and transparent with them. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, they seen everything I done been through. And um, so we got to the point where my middle son was like, I want to go back to Granny. I was like, you sure? You sure? Because we y'all keep wanting to go back to places where you think you're not a little child anymore. When you was a little child, it was fun and all that, but you're growing up, and I'm trying to tell you that when you go back, it's not gonna be like what you think it is. He didn't want to listen. So I got back in contact with my mom.